Welcome to another edition. Wait a minute, let's get Instagram on.
Yeah, let's get Instagram.
There we go. All right, checking connection. You're now live on Instagram.
Hello, Instagram.
How you doing, y'all?
Aloha and welcome to another episode of Kukla, Fran, and Ollie at MJA. We try to make light of this in-prison attitude that we have here in California. First of all, we want to welcome you to our little home today. Hopefully we'll be seeing you in here soon. We also want to reach out and thank everybody for all the support during the week. We really appreciate you and miss all you guys. Junior, say something intelligent.
Yes.
That's the best I'm going to get out of you today.
Let's taste some wine.
Not yet.
No?
No.
No?
Just wondering how you guys are doing out there. Hopefully you're staying safe, keeping the spacing, and hopefully we're on a downswing here and we're going to be done with this thing pretty soon so we can put something back to somewhat normal. So that's what we're hoping for. Today we're going to do 5 wines. We're going to do a sparkling rosé, which is a Russian River Pinot. We're going to do our 2018 Insatiable, which is a Pope Valley Sauvignon Blanc, one of my favorite. We're doing the Syrah, which is the first Syrah that we've done, and that's our 2017?
Yep.
17?
That's
Yeah,
17
it is.
Syrah. Also known
No,
as...
it isn't. It's our 16 Syrah.
Oh, yeah. So it is.
I counted on you for support.
Look, we call it K Syrah. Syrah.
You know, when you haven't poured wine for about a month and a half, all of a sudden you forget everything you own. Jeez, it's driving me insane. Anyway, and then we're doing our Flirtatious, which is our 2015 Gold Medal winner Merlot, and we are doing Intimidation, which is another Gold Medal winning Pope Valley Cab. So, you want to start with this one?
Start with the bubbles?
Sure.
Sure.
You want to start that?
Be happy to. It's always a good day for bubbles at MJA.
Oh.
You wanna?
Okay, Preston has it.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
You know, when I talk to you, I get shortness of breath. I thought it was COVID, but I think it's just our relationship.
Hard to say. Oh boy.
What? Oh no. Why do we have an angry reaction?
I don't know why we have an angry reaction.
I don't know.
We have an angry reaction?
I don't know. So just as a heads up to everyone watching, we are all participating from the same household. So that is why we are not observing social distancing and why, you know, there's not that going on because we're all part of the same household. The only other person here who is not, which is Preston, he's staying in the back. So
He's more than 6 feet away. Let me be sure.
We're all family guys, so the family that drinks together stays together.
That's right. These are trying times.
All right, salud.
Salud.
Wish you could be joining with us today. So
yeah. And also Christoph says, "Hi guys, good
Hi,
to see you
Christoph.
today."
oh, Mr. Strawberry.
That has really mellowed out a lot.
Oh yeah, that is really
It
strawberry.
used to be a little more tart.
You know how when you're drinking bubbles, a lot of times you'll put that little strawberry in your glass. Well, trust me, this one you don't need to. It's already in the glass.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Russian River Pinot. It's a great little wine. Perfect little anything you want to do with it wine. Oh goodness.
It's kind of a tropical strawberry fruit bowl, very crisp.
Yep.
Yep.
That's one of Susie's favorites. Susie, if you're watching, this one's for you, babe.
I like this more than I liked it the last time I remember anyway. I think it's improving.
Well, we haven't been tasting anything in so long.
Yeah. Maybe I forgot what a good bubbles taste like.
You guys, this is all of our bubbles right now are running 20% off. We're still doing the free shipping over $100. This is worth having. It's ice cold and great. Perfect amount of bubbles on there, and these are the tiny bubbles.
The tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny bubbles
I
Yep.
know.
in the wine.
Like, these are, like, super delicate bubbles. It's a really great sipper, but you could also pair this with a lot of stuff
Oh,
and be
this would be a
really
great
happy.
salmon wine. It would be great
Yeah.
hors d'oeuvre wine. I mean, a great fruit bowl wine. Whatever you want to do with this wine. So,
Apple wine.
yeah.
Or a porch wine.
If you want.
Every wine we make is a porch wine.
That's true.
So,
Pairs with a good day, bad day, mediocre day.
Yeah, also say hi to Andrea.
Hey,
Andrea, hello.
What else we get here?
I don't know. You're not giving me much help today.
Yeah, also,
I'm too busy enjoying the wine. You know, you gotta cut me some slack here, Pops.
say hi to Chris James on Instagram
Hi, Chris.
and Meredith.
Meredith. How's it in Florida, Meredith?
I heard the beaches are open.
The beach is in and the water's on its way.
Right.
Mecca Shores. Salute.
Yeah, she's saying it's a fruit salad as
It is a
well.
fruit salad.
Allison Darling says porch bubbles.
You're right, Elsa.
No, people tell me all the time that, like, you have to have bubbles on a special occasion. I'm like, no.
Every day is a special occasion.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
And if you're at home, that is a special occasion. So, absolutely. What do you think?
I'm really liking this. I'm quite happy right now.
Are you?
This is going to be a great wine tasting.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. For you guys that haven't tasted our bubbles, they are pretty PDG, pretty dang good. So, again, 20% off, kids.
Yeah, and as I've been telling a lot of people, like, I mean, our bubbles have always been really, really good. But the ones that we currently have, all three of them, like, wouldn't you agree that those are just, like, some of the best, like, that we've had?
Best that we've had since we started with them. Yeah, they have, I think these are mostly 17 grapes, a little bit of 18 grapes, and I think there's some really good blends in this thing. So I think people will be happy with it. So
Yeah, because they're all really fruit forward.
Yeah.
Like, you know, different fruits for each of them. I mean, this one's definitely the strawberry.
this is if you had strawberry shortcake, you'd be happy with this too. So
Look, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we have this picture on the wall that I keep looking at because I want strawberries now. Because, you know, just the thought of that
Which wine
is
is
very
that?
tantalizing. Well, look, it's not about the wine here. I mean, this is our 07 cab, but I just want the strawberries.
Nah. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Apparently, there was an active shooter at the Florida beach today.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
pretty
sorry to
dark.
hear that. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Also, Hyperness Beauty just joined.
aloha. You know, I think, please God, that by the end of this month we can start opening up some of our businesses and start some normality back into this country because we really need it. I feel like I've been in cell block number 8077 now for a month and a half and getting tired of it. It's nice and tidy because I have nothing better to do than to keep it tidy. So, you ready to move on?
I think so.
Okay. This is our 2018 Sauv Blanc. This one is from Pope Valley, northeast corner of the Napa Valley. George Shanks grower. George, in my opinion, George has some of the best Sauvignon Blanc grapes, period, in California. And this is no exception. This is another medal winner. Hi.
No, keep going. Don't let me interrupt you.
This is a tasting, not an occasion.
I mean, this is already a pretty solid MJA pour right here.
Well, this is a standard MJA pour when you come in a wine taste with me, but he made it He made it
I needed,
half again.
I needed to collect more information, more data.
You did? I
This
hate
is
the word data.
It's about science.
I've never heard data so much in my life in the last 3 months. Data. I'm dated out. Oh my God. Everybody and their data. I wish they would get it right. Anyway.
I'm a data-driven individual.
Salute. This is the epitome of crispiness and green apple. This is a wine that if you're in Florida, Meredith, that you'd want to be drinking it. Even the bugs will die when they get by it because it'll crisp them right out of the air. So, no, but seriously, perfect seafood wine, wonderful cracked crab wine or any of the other crabs or lobster that you have. Doesn't cover it up, enhances it. Perfect little wine. Great on a 105-degree day outside, and you want to quench your thirst. This is a thirst quencher on a really hot day.
It's got a real crisp, refined, kind of lemony nose to it.
Why don't you use my words?
I'm talking about the nose.
I'm talking about crisp.
Goodness.
I mean, it smells like you just bit a green apple.
Yeah.
Like, even the smell is like...
Yeah, it is. It's all green apple.
Well, it's got citrus as well, though.
It has a little bit. It does. And it's actually developed a little bit more recently because it didn't before. This has evolved a little bit also.
Like, my favorite way to have green apples is to, like, toss them in a little bit of pineapple juice. Because that way, like, you know, you can store them for later. And it just adds, like, a little bit of depth to it. And, like, this kind of reminds me of that. But with even more complexity and a lot tastier.
Another wine when you're cooking and doing sautés and stuff, it's just another one you want to add to your sauté because it will enhance anything that you are cooking. So we had a little Petrali Sol last night, and it was wonderful. So.
All right. So the good people of Instagram, we have Clam Bruschini saying love the Sauv Blanc, and Chris James saying so good.
Oh.
Mahalo, you guys.
And also we have some excellent questions here on Facebook. So first one is from Allison Darling saying, I know y'all are doing bubbles at the moment, but are any of the wines being poured today in the next shipment?
No.
They are not, but they are wonderful add-on wines for your shipment. All wines that you add on to your shipments are 30% off, and if you build up to a case, we are extending our COVID special so that all of those additional wines are 40% off if you build up to 12 bottles.
So if you guys are, 3 bottle, 6 bottle members already, you add, either 9 or 6 bottles to it at 40% off, and you can do any wines you want in there to make that work. And kind of fills it out. And if we're shipping it to you out today only, I will ship for free if you bring it up to a case. So I think that's my gift for you for this happy Wednesday. I'm happy because we're almost at the end of the month, and I'm hoping some good things happen and they start loosening it up here so we can start moving around a little bit, you guys. That's I'm not sure about wine tasting yet, how they're going to handle all of that. I'm hoping. I'm not sure. It depends. In this state, it's going to depend on our governor and how he's going to lay that out for us. So, whether there'll be time limits and other things like that involved in this, we'll find out. So, but
hopefully we'll know more in May.
Well, that's next week.
Knock on wood.
That's next week.
I know.
That's next week.
I know.
That is next week.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And yet.
And what I will do is drink a whole lot of this to cheer myself up because this is a cheer up wine for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like it's cheering up, it's calming down, it's like basically every occasion that you need for this wine right here.
Isn't this the one that you and Rob started drinking originally? You had some kind of business plan, but didn't end up being like that.
It was actually it was in 2009, and it was a 2008 Sauvignon Blanc, and we were up in Napa because I hadn't been here to Santa Cruz yet, and it was about 105-degree day. It was in August. We were talking about crush and the grapes and everything that we were going to be producing that year, and we're sitting on the patio up there at the winery in Napa, up on Howell Mountain, and underneath the umbrella, and he said, "Well, let's open one of those '08 Sauv Blancs." And '08 was an incredible year. That was a really, really good year, and so we're talking about wine and grapes and this, and we're going to do that, and we drank the bottle, and next thing, magically, a second bottle appeared, and we opened that, and within about 30, 40 minutes, that one disappeared. And again, magically, a third bottle appeared. Remember, 2 guys. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And about 45 minutes later, that bottle disappeared. And then shortly thereafter, Robbie and I disappeared.
It started off as a business conversation, but I don't think it ended that way.
No, it didn't. And at 15.5% alcohol, it did not end that way. And the good news was, where I lived at that time was right there down this little cow road that nobody was hardly on. And I made it home and tucked myself into bed, and I was fine the next morning. But the good news about our wines, you really don't get a hangover from MJA wine.
So Andrea Hobbs also has a fantastic question for the Sauvignon Blancs. How would you describe the difference between Wipeout and Insatiable?
Wipeout is totally apricot pineapple, real tropical. It's got a whole different flavor profile than this one. This one goes right up the scale to the crispy and the green apple. So they are totally different and totally workable for any seafood combination that you want to use, or chicken or pork. So,
I mean, all else being equal, I tend to prefer the 18 on a warmer day, and I tend to prefer the 17 on a cooler day. But any day would be a good day for either of those wines.
for me personally, it's what I'm cooking with. But if I'm if I'm using snapper or rockfish or something of that nature, and I'm sautéing with it, I'll use the 17. Most other seafoods, if I'm using crack crab or something, I'll use the 18 because I like the 18 because of the crispiness.
Yeah, and I generally agree. I definitely prefer pairing it with foods. The 17 is a little bit more mellow and has a much broader profile, so you could even pair it with chicken. I think it's pretty tasty like that.
Yeah.
There's a certain undertone of butteriness to the 17 that you can do with like a buttered chicken or anything like that, whereas the 18 is definitely very, very crisp. So you want to do that with a very fresh seafood or something, you know, even like fruit or something pairs best with this.
You could do a spicy Thai food.
You could.
You could. That would work. That would work well with Thai food too. Now, most people have the conception that you should be doing Chardonnay with crack crab. Well, I don't agree, because Chardonnays tend to be overpowering, and they tend to detract from the crab that you're eating. This won't. This will enhance the crab. It won't detract from it. So, yeah.
For sure.
Are you ready to move on?
Well, I got a few more comments before you guys move on.
I'm ready.
So, Lillian Electra Howard says, it's always an occasion to drink wine. Don Jacobs says, Dobardan, Adams...
Dobardan kako se mi sinko moj.
Yeah. You read the rest of that comment right there. And then Leslie Fitzgerald says, let me open up this comment here. Let me try doing this on here, actually. I feel like that woman in the old Mervin's commercial. Open, open, open. I need to be sitting there on your front porch under the umbrella sipping a glass or 3 of MJA wines.
Believe me, we want to be right there with you. Trust me. This is getting to the point where, yes, we need to do this soon. So.
Yep. Also, Snow joined the conversation.
Hi, Snow.
And
Snow, how you doing, doll?
We miss you.
We do.
And Angie joined.
And Snow, thank you for our beautiful flowers. Oh my God, they were beautiful.
We really appreciate it.
They're on our deck, and I look at them every day when I'm riding my bike because I got nothing else to do, my stationary. And I think of you guys, so mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks to both of you guys. That was awesome.
So.
Yeah. And also Angie joined saying, hi guys, and sending love from North Carolina.
Hi, Angie.
Angie, aloha.
And let me catch up over here too. So
The Instagram feed.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I know.
Meredith said, I'll drink to your health too, Marin.
You better.
See, to all you guys on both feeds, you got to watch out for this wine because it is very easy drinking.
And it will plant you.
Yeah, it is very high in alcohol as well, and you can't taste the alcohol, so it can...
And that's the happiness of this wine. You always have a happy face when you drink my Sauvignon Blanc.
You may stagger a little bit when you stand up, but you'll have that smile on your face when you do it.
You know, one of the saddest things for me since this COVID thing has started, I mean, it's, you know, distancing and all that stuff and staying at home, I can live with that. But not being able to see my family, which is my wine club and my members and all my friends that come in to wine taste with us, that's the hardest part for me. It really is. It's like I'm losing part of my family every day that I don't get to hug you and say aloha and sing with you out on the patio. I miss singing on the patio. God, I haven't sung in 2 months. And with Andy and all the guys that play with us and do all the things with us, I miss everybody. So hopefully soon we can start that again. I'll be out of voice in a minute. So let's get rid of those.
What, you
Yes, I do.
All
I want
right.
you to do something.
Okay.
And something will be cleaning glasses.
There.
I might get something out of you if I do that.
Trying to save the environment here.
Yeah. So.
Okay, Syrah.
All right, so this is our 2016 Syrah. This was dedicated to Doris Day to make her happy. And of all the people in Hollywood that have a chance to get to heaven, I would say Doris is number one. I think she probably made it because she was a good lady. She was a great chick. She was a great humanitarian. She was great with animals, and all the stuff that she did for people I thought was wonderful. We lost her last year. And this is dedicated, Que Sera is dedicated to Doris Day. Aloha. And may she rest in peace. Amen.
Oh yeah. So, before we get into these wines, I got a few questions here. So, how can we join the wine club from Instagram? How can we join the wine club during these times?
So, you can do it two ways. You can do it online, or call Miss Kathy at area code 831. What's her phone number?
831-421-9380.
Did you see him stagger? Is that wonderful or what? Oh, I love you. Oh my God. You don't know our own phone number?
You didn't either.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh my God, the pot calls the kettle black here. What is that? You had no friggin' idea.
Time out.
You were panicking.
Time
there
out.
for a
I was
second.
not. I don't panic.
Kathy. What is this?
Jesus. Anyway, do you guys see what I put up with? I do miss this, actually. He only allows me to come in every other day, pick up mail, say hi, and get the heck out and go home.
He keeps trying to come in every day. I'm like, old man, go home. You stay there.
He does. He does.
I make him socially isolate because he wants to be friends with everyone, which I understand, but you know.
But you know.
So,
getting back to the wine club, we'd love to have you in our wine club. I don't know if you know what the wine club is, but we do offer 30% off on our wines. We have 5 different options, which we can tell you over the phone or on the website, and hopefully it's there. Mm-hmm. And we start you off with a half a pound of Kona coffee that we grow on the Big Island. We've been Kona farmers since the mid-90s, and we were pretty world famous coffee company when we started Kona Coffee Plantation back in the mid-90s. And we would love to have you as part of our family and in our wine club, you guys. Anybody that would love to join, please come. And on your first couple of shipments, if you join now, we will ship you free. So let's talk about my plum, or shall I say my prune surprise.
Plummy prune surprise.
This is
I mean,
unless it's changed, because I haven't tasted it in a couple months.
You get a lot of dark fruit on the nose. I haven't tasted it yet, but definitely.
It's evolved a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not as pruny as it was before.
Mm-mm.
When we first released this one, this is a 16, and we had it in French oak for about 3 years. It was very pruny, but it's not so pruny now.
It's more plummy than pruny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And spicy.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's got nice spice to it. This wine comes from Hollister, from Gemelli Farms, and he's got vineyards. He's got really nice grapes. He does. He also makes grows our sangiovese, which I think is one of the best around anywhere. And what else do we get from him? We got our, I don't know, what did we get from him? We got our Viognier from him. Yeah, he grew our Viognier grapes too. So.
Oh.
Viognier.
So we got a few comments here. Snow says, "Aloha guys, miss you all so much." And Kelly Smithers says, "Kelly and John joining late, but better late than never."
Hi,
Kelly, I need to see John's face. You know, my life isn't complete if I don't get to see it at least once a month. You know, that stoic look that he gives me, you know, with the grizzly beard that he's got going on. I really need to see that, Kel. We got to get him in here so I can look at him. I don't care if he drinks anything. I just want to look at him. So there you go.
Yeah. Also, Leslie Fitzgerald has an excellent question. Can we pick up from the tasting room, or is that verboten?
No. Both our tasting rooms are open for pickup, for glasses or bottles. Absolutely.
Bottles only.
Here we're open 7 days a week. We can't do any tasting yet, but hopefully soon we can start doing that on some limited basis, which we're not sure what the rules and regs are going to be.
Hopefully they'll allow us to do glasses and tasting soon, but at this point it's only bottles.
Well, you can buy bottles or cases.
Or, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Did I say glasses?
You said glasses.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cases is what I meant to say. So up at the Summit, you can pick up there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we're open here till 6 and up at the Summit till 5 every day. And
one more addition. If you guys would like to sort of maximize social distancing, if you call us ahead of time and tell us that you're picking up, we can prepare your shipment in advance and put it out on our patio with your name on it. So it'll be all ready to go, and you can just pick it up at your convenience, 5 minutes before you come in.
If you're worried about coming in, we'll take care of it. It's not a problem. Yeah. We understand. We totally do. I don't like going to markets, but I do because I have to. I wear my mask. My only hope is that I don't have to wear a mask when I'm pouring my wines, but I may, because that will really destroy the ambience of wine tasting, but it might be something we have to live with for a while, and we don't know that for sure. But
whatever you're in there, Mr. Marin.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah. Get out of here. I don't like it. You see what I put up with? That's it.
All right. Also, we got quite a few comments here. So Carolyn Yoda says, "Miss you and your hugs too, Mira."
Carolyn, me too, babe. Miss you ton. Miss you guys a bunch.
And Kelly follows up saying, "We miss you so much too. Can't wait to give you big hugs."
Me too, brah. We may have to do it behind the building where nobody can see us. Because otherwise they'll picket me. I know it.
So here, Allison Darling says, "Good." Mike Sandoval says, gotta get back to work. Thanks for the fun.
Aloha, Mike. Have a great day.
All right. And Mauricio Alejo and Steve Ferri are watching now.
Thank you, guys. Welcome. Happy to have you with us today.
Let's take a look over.
We're trying to make the best of a bad situation, so I'm glad to have you with us today.
All right. Meredith said something was hilarious, but given how many hilarious things were happening, I don't really know what she's referring to.
Oh, you're easy to please, Meredith.
We'll take it.
We want it. Do we have anything else to comment with this? What would you pair this with, Jan?
What would I pair this
You're
with?
such the master chef here.
What would I pair with?
Honestly, I'd be really tempted to pair this with like gingerbread right now because it's so
You know what I
spicy.
pair this with?
What about pork chops and apple?
No.
Apple sauce?
No, that would not even.
No.
No.
Oh my God, you got a taste that only a mother could love.
No, my God.
Kathy, are you watching? That's your kid.
No.
Anyway, you know what I would do with this? I would do a super marinated skirt steak.
Oh, that would be really good.
Yeah.
Like maybe some chimichurri sauce
Yeah,
on it?
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Absolutely.
What about a crock pot?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No, it's got that soft, sweeter side to it. No. You'd rather use a montepuliciano. You'd rather
Well,
use
look,
something
look.
like that for that.
I'm not saying those things wouldn't pair. I'm just saying.
No, that won't pair at all. Thank God you don't cook for
To
me.
each their own.
I'd rather I cook for you
No
instead
way.
of you cooking for me.
He boops on the rice maker. He's good at that.
Just smell some coffee and pretend you know what you're doing. Okay, good. Oh, one of my favorite wines. Did we win any medals with our Syrah? I thought we did.
I
thought
don't.
we won a silver or something.
We've entered it,
We've entered,
but we
but
haven't
yeah.
received any
haven't-
awards yet,
no
and we
awards on it?
probably won't for a few months because they're all the
Everything's
competitions
back,
that are
yeah,
postponed.
yeah, I mean-
All the
Yeah.
different wine competitions that are going on right now. Can we borrow that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All the wine competitions that we're
Waste not, want not.
We call him Mr. Drano. Yeah, no question. You got a plug line, guys. Call John. He'll take care of you. Don't you worry.
So tell them about this wine.
Flirtatious. This is a 2015 Reagan Vineyards Merlot. This one won a gold medal in Finger Lakes, New York, back last year, the last summer. It is so dang good. This one is, God, you can just do so many things with this wine. It's one of my favorite wines because it pairs so well. It almost is like a cap for meatability because of the fact that it's big, bold, smooth, wonderful.
It's got a spicy nose. I like it.
Everything you say is spicy nose.
I did not say it.
I think the
The
nose.
last one
I
did
think
not.
your nose is
I didn't-
spicy, and I don't think the wine is as spicy as your nose is.
I think you're just being contrarian for instance.
It's very easy to do when I'm related to you.
I mean, I gotta concur. This is a spicy nose.
Aha!
Not
What was that?
not to be
What was that?
contrarian. It's just the fact of the matter, sir.
Amazing.
Christoph, isn't this one of your favorite Merlots? I think it is.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that wonderful?
That's good.
That is beyond good. I mean, honest to God, guys, 40% off on a case of this. This is worth owning. This has a life expectancy. Let's talk about that. You guys a lot of people don't know what the life expectancy of our wines are. Let me get into that a little bit. Let's talk about our Sauvignon Blancs. Most Sauvignon Blancs die in 3 or 4 years. Because we make ours in stainless steel 6 months and then finish it in a French concrete egg. What is a French egg? Well, kind of like a cement barrel that's kind of smooth. It looks like an egg in shape, and it sits in there for anywhere from 4 to 6 months. What that does, it gives our Sauv Blanc minerality and longevity. I say that our Sauv Blancs are 10-year wines, and they will be. 10
Tell them
year.
about the Merlot.
Can I get on with my spiel here?
You were talking about Sauv Blanc.
I'm talking about longevity of wine.
All right.
My God, where did you find this guy? Yellow Pages, Jesus.
I'm just saying.
And I hatched him.
People have a limited
I hatched
attention
him.
span, and he's going on this spiel.
Oh, what was
for-
I thinking? I should have named you Jose. Cuervo had a lot to do with your.
Anyway, keep going.
That's in the whites. And my Viognier is another one that probably would go 15 years, my Chardonnays are probably 10-year wines. When we get into reds, the lighter reds, something like, my Pinots are good for 12, 15. My Sangiovese, Montepuliciano, Barbera, Primitivo, that group, which is the Mediterranean, more the Mediterranean wines, I say they're good for an 8 to 10. When we get into Merlots, this Merlot is a 15-year wine. It just is, maybe 20, because of the way it's made. 3 years in French oak, it has longevity, and it's only going to get better. This is a 15. Over the next 10 years, it's only going to get better every year. It really will. So, what would you pair this with, John?
What wouldn't I pair this with?
Probably a hamburger.
You're answering one of our questions on Facebook. What would you pair this one?
What would I pair this with?
Mm-hmm.
Damn near anything.
Yeah.
From short ribs to, all the way through to...
Barbecue?
That's what short ribs are. Where'd you find him?
It was just any kind of barbecue in general.
All the way through probably something other than a ribeye. I wouldn't use this for a ribeye. I've got some of the bigger cabs for ribeyes, but I would use this for a fillet. I would use it for New York, something of that nature. Perfect little wine, and I would hang out after dinner with this just because it's so good. It's a sipping wine too.
Yeah, it's definitely, it has very delicate acid, which will cut through a little bit of fat, but I definitely agree with Marin on, like, you don't want to go to the ribeye realm, but anything with, like, just a smidge of,
If you're going into ribeyes, and
Yeah.
you'd need to go into one of the big Atlas Peaks. Promiscuous is my favorite ribeye wine because it is so big and full. It'll melt the fat and make everything else taste wonderful. So, well, guys, this is good. This has gotten better and better. It has. I see why I want to go metal. I do.
Juicy mouthwater.
Yeah. Where did
Syrah.
Intimidation win metal?
I think that was wasn't that at the New Orleans International Wine Tasting Competition?
No, that was
Wasn't that Intimidation?
that was this guy.
I know, well, yeah, but I think we got 2 golds from New Orleans.
I would have to look at our records. I don't remember.
I don't remember, but it won a gold. It did.
Wait, is that the bottle over there on the corner? No, right corner. Right corner.
Right corner?
Right corner.
Here?
Yes. Is that
Oh,
Intimidation?
Well, that's indiscretion.
Ah.
It won a gold too, but I don't remember where. Anyway, let's move on to the cap.
So we do have a few things before moving on.
We can do that.
So, Snow, to answer your question, the Merlot that we're drinking right now is our 2015 Merlot Flirtatious.
Right.
Also, Christophe says, in response to your comment, it is. Do not remember it being that spicy.
It's changed a little bit, Chris. It has. It's and God, I wish you were here. You would love this thing. I mean, it is really good right now. It was good before, and it's improved since it won its gold medal.
Also, Kelly said, we opened a Sinful on Friday. So yummy. Can't believe John let me open it. I think he's getting soft.
You know what? Maybe the COVID should stay a little longer so that John will open some of the other wines for you that you've been waiting about the last 5 or 6 years for. God, he's so Manini. He's so Manini. Oh my God. I wish I could have you just come in. I'd open anything you wanted, for sure.
Let's see here. Carolyn Yoda says, dang, was going to open this if I had it, but have elegant Merlot.
Elegant, you will not be disappointed with, young lady. That's our newest one. She is wonderful, but come in and get some of this at either 25 to 40% off, depending on what you get. I'd be happy to do that for you.
All right. Also, Christophe says that this one would go well with chocolate cakes such as Black Forest.
Yes, it would.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, which one of the cabs or Merlots wouldn't go well with chocolate cake?
Well, Black Forest specifically. I mean, this is
That's
really
a
nice.
specific wine.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
true.
specific wine for a specific Black
Because
Forest.
it has
cake.
a little it has a little spiciness. It has a little bit of cherry going
Yeah.
on. Like
Yeah,
it's
he's right. That
Yeah.
would be a perfect fit for that. That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Angie, shut up. She says, I can tell you about some good barbecue. Like, we know North Carolina has great barbecue with your mustard-based barbecue sauce, okay? Like, get out of here.
You got it, Ange. I'm
got
coming
a
out to visit
southerner
you
on
one of
this.
these days. You're going to take me to barbecue, right?
What we got on Instagram? Anything?
We have quite a few people that joined. We have Rachel Marie Montoya,
Hello, Rachel.
Lauren Morse,
Hey, Lauren.
Beth Pritchard, Balance SCC, Wild Wall Hangings, and B the Pritchard.
Welcome.
Welcome, you guys. Happy to have you with us today. We're a little goofy over here, but we've been confined for so long we can't be anything else but goofy. So,
Okay, I love you too, Angie. I just get a little fired up about barbecue because we don't really have any of that stuff out here, and I really miss it.
It's true. There really isn't.
no, we got Mission Barbecue. I mean, they're Louisiana barbecue. They're okay. I mean, they are. They're
Okay.
decent by California standards, but if you go anywhere through the South, hell, it won't hold a candle to it. It won't.
No.
Absolutely.
Okay, to all of our southern viewers, if you want to really make some money, open a southern barbecue joint somewhere in California.
In Santa Cruz.
Once this is all over, I guarantee you'll make so much freaking money over here.
It's true. Coming from playing volleyball for all the years that we did, I would get to the South, for our volleyball tournaments once a year for nationals. And when we'd go into Dallas, and Dallas has a lot of great barbecue areas, or even we went to Austin one year and played in Austin, and God, some of the barbecue houses in Austin were wonderful. They were just great, good barbecue. And I come back to California and go, really?
Yeah.
We do so many things well here. Why can't we do barbecue correctly? I don't get it.
Well, it's like Austin, they have the beef ribs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those big caveman beef ribs.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god. And it's like you can't even find that here unless you
Oh,
go to San Francisco
I had
or
them the other day
something.
Safeway, and they were this big. And
Well, yeah, but then you have to smoke them and stuff yourself.
No,
Like,
I
that's
didn't
no
smoke
fun.
them, but I barbecued them, and they were really good. So that's okay. And all that fat went into my blood stream, and I'm happy with it. And I drank a whole bunch of red wine to try to kill it. So I hope it worked, because I felt a little clogged after eating all those things. I did. I gotta say, I did.
Hey, you're doing the caveman diet.
Oh, all of that. I just hope I can survive the caveman. All right.
All right. Oh, Angie. So she's saying, I will see what I can do for you. You know what? I'm not going to deny the opportunity for good barbecue, okay?
All right, we got to move on to our cab because we're running out of time here, guys.
Yes, we are, sir.
But we're going to go over a little bit because I love this cab. All right, you guys, let's talk about progression. This is Intimidation. Intimidation is our
2014.
14. So where did that come from? This is a Pope Valley grape. George Shanks again. George also does our Sauv Blancs. This comes from a very long line. We've been making his wine from his grapes since 2008. We met him when we were up in Napa. So recently we had Anticipation 11, Persuasion 12, 13 was French Kiss,
13's for yeah.
14 is Intimidation, 15 is Romance, and 16
Is irresistible.
Irresistible. No, is it?
I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I haven't been here in a long time. I forgot all my name.
Simply irresistible.
Simply irresistible. Anyway, this comes from a long line. Every one of his wines have won a medal that we entered into any competition since 2012 on. Most of everything has won a gold medal. Mm-hmm. This wine is no exception. This is the 2014. I haven't tasted it in a long time.
And it's exceptionally good.
Well, tell me about it. Give me something that's tangible, durable, and that I can really understand.
This is taste, man.
That's the end of you.
Oh my goodness. There's just no pleasing the old man.
No, there isn't.
I know.
It's tasty.
It's tasty. It's got a satiating.
All right, you know
dry
why, guys, you
finish.
should buy this?
I was saying
'Cause
this
my
to
son
mock John,
says it's tasty.
and then he says it seriously.
He doesn't say.
Where's the lie?
Oh my god.
He doesn't tell you that this has a front, a middle, and a finish. It does. He doesn't say that. He doesn't tell you that it's a perfectly balanced wine that you could do anything with in the meat world.
You see you see the proportions of dialogue here? I haven't had a chance.
Please, you're on stage.
Woo!
It's got a delicious, satiating, dry finish. It's bright. It's juicy. It's fruit forward.
What's the
It's
fruit?
got some cherry, some cranberry. A little tart.
You're a little tart.
A little bit.
God. What would you do with this wine, Bear?
What wouldn't I do with it?
What would you do with this wine?
I would just sit on my couch, watch a little Netflix, just drink it.
Not.
I would
You know,
pair,
this-
I would pair it with some nice.
Here's another wine that's evolved. This is better than it's ever been. By far.
Mhm.
This is yummy, luscious, juicy. You guys, it's 40% off a case of this. We're already half a napa, and by the time you take 40% off, we pay you to take the damn thing home. I mean, I'm seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, that's good.
It's basically
is.
free.
So I
Christoph,
mean,
I know you got about 2 cases of it, and if Mike Newman's watching, and I don't think he is, I know you probably have 3 cases of it, but you should open one and taste it.
so Allison Darling says, back to your corners, both of you.
Listen, I'm using the 12-pound gloves. 12-ounce gloves. I want to use the 8-ounce so I can do some damage.
Yeah, I mean, like,
See what I put up with?
so getting back to the wine, which is why you guys are here, right? Like, Intimidation. I mean, why did you name it Intimidation?
Because when we first opened it, it was a very big, bold, intimidating wine, and it was bigger than I expected for a 14. And it kind of really hit you in here, and I went, whoa, this is an intimidating one. So we called it Intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember, that's a 14. We're in 20. That's 3 years in French oak, and now 3 years in the bottle. It's 6 years old. It's just smoothed out. Again, guys, who in the hell's pouring 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s? We are. You know, we've done the aging for you. Minimum 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, sometimes 6 years in French oak. And now bottle aging, and we don't raise our prices for all the aging that we do on these wines, and they just get better and better and better. This wine, it is a 2014. It will probably die in 2054 or later, but I would say for sure it's a good 20-year wine or better. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So a few comments right here. Angie is being Angie right now. She's saying, stop it, you're making me hungry, when we were talking about barbecue. And then she's like, oh wait, I can get it in a few minutes, LOL. Angie, look, you need to take that sass
Angie,
and funnel it into getting some
into-
barbecue here, okay?
Angie, in 2 words, stuff it.
All right, so Carolyn Yoda says, woohoo, have this one opening now.
All right, good girl.
Yeah, what do you think of this, Carolyn?
Yeah, tell us what you think. And again, if this goes out to everyone, if we're ever doing one of these live streams and you want to drink along with us here, we'd love to hear
We'd
your
love to
feedback.
have you tell us what you're
Yeah.
tasting when you're doing it.
All right, and Leslie Fitzgerald is asking, which varietal is the 2014 that you're tasting right now?
That is a cab, and this is Napa Valley, and this one is from Pope Valley, northeast corner of the Napa Valley. That's George Shank's grapes.
Right. And Kelly's saying all of your wines are the best.
Thank you, Kel.
Christoph says, I do not have that many Intimidation, in fact. I have more Intimate, Romance, Still Horny,
Well,
etc.
it's time you buy a case at 40% off, Christoph.
We're always here.
So Carolyn says, cheers, goes good with my turkey sandwich.
It will.
All right, and we have Julie Bush Baldwin that joined.
Well,
And-
Julie, you came at the end, but we're better to have you than not to have you, kiddo. Thank you for coming.
Damn, Angie, is that a threat? She said, just remember who my sister is and where we get it. It's like that.
Angie,
Damn.
you are a PIA. Pain in ass if you didn't know what that meant.
All right. Snow is saying I need to add some intimidation to my next wine club shipment. Heart face.
There you go.
We're happy to help.
Oh yeah.
Tell Maddie hi.
Oh.
We miss him too.
So Angie did say something very nice, and thank you for sharing your aging process and the length of life on these bottles.
We, you guys are part of my model. Everything today is about a model, and most of them aren't worth a damn. But my model was make wines, a lot of them, don't distribute, but make the wines to last. Make them as good as you can. Croatian father, when I'm 5 years old, says to me, Sonny, there's two things in the world that I want you to do. Three things actually. First thing he said was, when you give your word, you keep it. Number two, don't ever disgrace my name. And number three, when you do something, do it once and do it correct. Mm-hmm. And that's always been my model. I did it in coffee. I did it once and I did it correctly. And I've done the same thing in wine. I try to make the best wine that I can possibly make for as best a price as I can give to my wine club members. So, and that has always been my model.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're not going to get this good of wines anywhere.
Well, I mean, who ages wine like we do? Nobody does.
People today it's about dollars and cents and best bang for the buck. Obviously, we have a very big bang with a little buck because we age so long, and we don't get paid for it truly for all the time that we age on our wines. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because when my wine club members and my friends and everybody that comes in and tastes and tries our wines, and they're really satisfied and happy with the wines that we produce, that's our bang for the buck. It is. The money is important so that we can keep our doors open, but it's not as important as satisfying our customer base, and that's really what we're after.
Yeah.
We're about out of time.
I think
Oh
we
yeah,
are.
we're over time.
Yeah,
All
boy.
right, let me
But we
just
were
say,
just having such a good time, you know?
let me say to everybody, we love you, we miss you, we thank you for all your consideration and time and support for us. Please support all our little guys here in Santa Cruz and all over the United States, because they really need it. People don't understand how difficult it is when you're in small business. I do. Some of the businesses are relying on SBA loans and stuff. Yeah, some of it's coming through, most of it isn't, for whatever reason. That's not what we rely on. We're trying to, again, give you the best that we can. Our 40% off is a pretty good deal, guys. Take advantage of it while we got it, and our 25% on our bottles. Thanks again. Keep safe, keep healthy, keep distancing. Let's see what all of our governors around the United States give us, and we'll go with it from there. Mahalo nui loa for all of us. From all of you, we love you guys. Thank you.
All right.